friends! Welcome to Literacy Leap. My name is Miss Jenny. I'm so glad you're here today. In today's lesson, I have a fun game we're going to play today. And the skill that we're going to practice is identifying the beginning sound that we hear in words. Remember, my friends, the beginning sound is the first sound we hear in a word. Let's get started. Friends, welcome to my pumpkin patch. In this game, we are going to practice identifying the beginning sound we hear in words. We've been practicing 4 sounds. M says like mouse. S says s, like sandwich. T says t, like turtle. And P says p, like pumpkin. I wonder what will be the beginning sound we hear in each word. Let's play. Here we go. I just picked a pumpkin, and the first pumpkin, set, set. What is the first sound you hear in set? That's right. I hear s, s, set. I hear the letter S, the beginning of set. Good job, my friends. All right, let's play again. Next card. Here we go. Mat. Mat. What is the beginning sound you hear in mat? I hear at the beginning of mat. Let's check. Yes, I hear the letter M at the beginning of mat because M says for mat. All right, I'm going to play again. And the next card, pad, a pad of paper. What is the beginning sound you hear in pad? I hear the sound P, and we know that P says for pad. Let's check. Yes! Very good work, my friends. Let's keep playing. The next word is mad. Mad. What is the first sound you hear in mad? I hear the sound as in mad. So let's check to see if we can find the letter M at the beginning of mad. Ta-da! There it is. Good work, my friends. All right, here's our next word. Tap. Tap. I hear a t, t at the beginning of tap. Let's check to see if we can find the letter T at the beginning of tap. Here we go. Yes! Very good work, my friends. Let's play again. Sap. Sap. Remember, that's the sticky, gooey stuff inside the trunk of a tree. What is the beginning sound you hear in sap? That's right. I hear S at the beginning of sap. We know S says S, sap. Let's check to see if we find the letter S at the beginning of sap. Ta-da! Yes, we do. Good job, my friends. The next word is sad. Aw, sad. What's the beginning sound we hear in sad? S. That's right. We know S says sad. So let's see if we can find S at the beginning of sad. Yes! Good work, my friends. Let's keep playing. Here we go. There are only two more words left. So if we don't get to all of the words, that is A-okay. Oh, here's sap. All right. Oh, and we did mad. Okay. There we go. All right, now I see what happened. All right, we're all caught up. Here we go. The next word is map. Map. What's the beginning sound you hear in map? I hear mmm. So let's check to see if we find an M at the beginning of map. Here we go. Yes, we do. Good job. And if you hear my puppy, she is giving me a hug. Say hi, puppy. What sound do you hear at the beginning of puppy? And I am going to pat my puppy. What letter do we hear at the beginning, or I'm sorry, what sound do we hear at the beginning of pat? A P, because P says pumpkin and pat. So let's check. Ready? Yes, good work, my friends. And I forgot to put a pumpkin on map. Now, the last word is dad. We have not learned about this sound yet, right here, but the beginning sound in dad is D. And on a different lesson, we're going to learn about that sound. I hope you had fun with my game today, my friends. Give yourself a five-finger woo for a job well done. Woo! And thank you so much for visiting my pumpkin patch. Bye!